Looking at some bends, bending the strings. Let's work over an E chord. I'm going to move kind of slow and deliberately here. This is a phrase that's going to go over an E chord, starting with an E note, 4th string, 2nd fret. Going to open G, to an A, 2nd fret on the G string, and then bend that a whole step sharp. So we have to control that bend. Starting with the E to G. Here's the A. Now we're going to push that A towards the ceiling with my ring finger. Middle finger is going to assist, so is index. I got 3 fingers pushing one string towards the ceiling. So I'm doing that with control. Very carefully lifting it. And holding it. See if you can get that exact sound. One more time. So what we're doing is a whole step bend. This is an A. We're making it sound like a B. There's a B. I'm fretting it at the 4th fret. Now I'm just going to bend it to sound like that. Let's compare it to the 2nd string open B. Open string. Which is actually a very important move. I'm going to bend that 3rd string and then hit the 2nd string open. And compare the sound. Make sure they're in tune. Oops. So now let's reverse the sound like I just did. Nice and slow moving, no rush. Get that move down. It's so important. I don't want to skip over to something else. So let me hear you say if you got that down. Okay. As we fiddle around with this sound, let's add an open D to our 4th string, open D. So we've got a nice little handful of notes. Very simple. It's a D, E, G, A, bending the A, which makes it a B. Now we'll reverse it. We're going to start with it bent and let it down. to A, G, E, D. Since we're in the key of E, let's land on E. This is what we just did. I'm kind of using these three fingers together as a flipper. I had a student one time come in and tell me that was a flipper. I'm like, okay, I'm using that. So I was just kind of flipping out there with my flipper. So you can do a lot with that bend. You can let it down slow or raise it up slow. So it's better to have that control to be able to make it slow or fast or gradual as we wish. So I just put a little vibrato on that note. What? That's... You know what that's supposed to sound like. It's not supposed to sound like... No. Control. You know the sound. I'm not trying to move the guitar. I'm just trying to kind of rotate my wrist and kind of pump with my forearm a little bit. I'm not trying to wiggle the guitar radically, but it will, if I'm relaxed, it might flop. Okay, now I'm going to kill you. Watch this. We're going to bend and put some vibrato into that bend. Oh man. With control. It's pretty hard to do. It's got to sound musical. It's got to sing. Let me play it with no control. Whoa. No. Got to control it. Okay, let's not worry about vibrato so much, but keep that in mind. Let's add one more bend. I'm going to go to the second string, 3rd fret. That's a D. We're going to raise that a whole step to an E. It's going to sound like this, or open high E. So I'm going to bend it like this. I'm like in ring finger again. So that's the 2nd string, 3rd fret D, going a whole step to an E note. So now we have a really nice handful of notes. This D, open D, E, open G, A, a bent B, which we can also get an open B, 2nd string open, or if you want to just jump up to 4th fret, 3rd string. So we got 3 different ways to hit B: bent, open, or 4th fret. You could slide into that 4th fret. Open B to a D, bending the D a whole step. high E open, or 5th fret, 2nd string. That's a nice bunch of notes. Oh no, I added another one. Alright, let's add one more. It's a skinny string, open, or a skinny string 3rd fret G. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different note names. It turns out we've got an E minor pentatonic scale. Not Pentecostal, pentatonic. With some nice bends, they're pretty easy. I've got 9s on this guitar. That's pretty skinny string, so it's pretty easy to bend. It's a black Strat, which I'm going to try to sell for $75, which I fixed up, set up, intonated, put some different screws in the whammy, cleaned it up a little bit, lowered the action. So, I hope you enjoyed the bends. I really do. I think they're very, very important. Big part of playing like Stevie Ray or Hendrix or anybody else that's ever heard of those guys. Important stuff. Let me know what you think.